All right, before we get into this video, I'm going to say one thing that is very common in human beings, men, women alike. It's like this, all right? People will blame people for the way they are getting treated, and they don't take accountability for the way they treat people, all right? And one thing I'm going to say is in the gym, just lift and let lift. Oh my gosh, get out the way, bro. Oh my gosh, that's what... All right, y'all, I don't know how this video gonna sound. I'm gonna kind of try to talk loud so I can like protrude my voice so you can probably not hear the car. I'm in the car right now, and I'm gonna piece this video over with my workout, right? But in this video, we're gonna talk about liars, all right? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And I do believe that everybody lies. But just because everybody lies, that does not make it okay. All right? So, but there's a difference, all right? There's a difference between everybody who lies and a liar. A liar does nothing but lies. You know, they make up a lie. They do this and lie. They lie. Everything that come out their mouth is a lie. They lie for fun. They laugh at their lies. They got to come up with another lie to cover up that lie. And they lie so much that even they believe it themselves. All right. So, in the gym, a lot of guys lie on their numbers. And how do I know this? Years ago, let me see, I've been on YouTube about 7 years. I've been lifting for about a little over a decade, and there's times I have to rebuild myself. Like, for instance, I'm showing my squat, which is my weakest lift, and my deadlift is my strongest lift. My bench press is decent. The numbers, I'm not even going to speak on the numbers because I might not even be 100% correct on my numbers right now, right? But I know I can bench in my threes. I'm not going to say the specific number because I don't know. I can bench in my 300s. I weigh 179 pounds this morning. So I can bench in my 300s. At my best lately, I can squat into my threes, my mid threes. I used to squat 400 and something. My deadlift, I'm on my road to 600, but I kind of put that on pause. So I'm still probably hit and miss early to mid 500s on deadlift, all right? So what is my point? My point is a lot of guys hold themselves back by lying about their lift and being satisfied with the lie. They're satisfied with the lie. I try to be open and honest. Even if I come in this thing and I can only squat 135 pounds one day because I'm sore or whatever, I analyze, I don't complain, I explain, all right? So, to get stronger, you have to be honest with yourself. It's the same thing with anything. To get better at something, you have to notice your flaws and work on them. My biggest flaw in the squat is lack of doing it, all right? What do you call it? Frequency. The frequency on the squat, I would usually get to a good or a decent squat, and then all of a sudden I stop squatting for some reason. I keep telling myself I ain't gonna do that next time I get to a decent squat. And guess what happened? I did my squat every day series, got back to my mid threes, started from 175 pounds. Couldn't do more than 175 pounds without fear of injuring myself, right? And I had to work my way back up. And the squat everyday thing helped a lot, tremendously. Pretty much doubled my squat, right? Not double my actual total max, because the beginning max was not my actual total max. That was what I was comfortable with doing, all right? Because I'm the type of person that I don't lift to injure myself, all right? And I have a spidey sense, I call it, all right? Once it tells me not to lift it, I don't lift it. I don't care who's looking. I don't care if it's on video. I don't care if there's men around, women around. It doesn't matter. I will not lift it if I feel like it's not going to go right, all right? And there's a thin line between that. Like, you got to really, really push your barrier, you got to push past that. But if you're not ready to push past that, I don't advise to push past that. Like beginners. A lot of beginners, I will see them go in the gym and they think it's this macho thing. And it kind of is, but it's not really. It's a technique. It's a performance. It's like being strategic. It's like precision type stuff, right? So without a good plan, you shouldn't just go in and you know what I'm saying? That's not the way. That's the way to get hurt. All right. There's too many people. There's a lot of people that need to hear this. All right. And also, it doesn't matter if you was already like myself. All right. I had to start my deadlift over too. That's my best lift. When I started my deadlift over, I couldn't even do barely 300 pounds. I don't think I would ever, if I'm able-bodied, I don't think I would ever be able to not do 300 pounds on the deadlift, even if I went 10 years without deadlifting. But would that be a good idea to test that? Would that be a good idea to put that on the bar and lift it? No. And y'all see me do well over 500 pounds. No, 300 pounds, if I haven't deadlifted in years, would not be a good idea. So a lot of guys, I know this dude, right? He literally bench pressed 500 and something pounds. He was on gear. I don't know how much he admitted it. That's not the point. The point, he was on gear. That helped him get to that 500 bench press. And then what happened? The whole sickness thing where people have to wear the mask. You're not supposed to talk about it on YouTube, so I won't say it, but we know what I'm talking about, right? And that happened. All the gyms closed. Myself, I was supposed to do like home workouts. I planned on doing home workouts, never got to them. So when I started back to the gym, I had to start over. And I seen my dude, I was like, yeah, man, shoot, I'm glad to back over there. And then we was talking and all that, right? And he was talking about how he want to get back to his bench press. And I'm like, bro, I gave him advice. Even though he benched more than me, I feel like I know more about lifting than he does. He just on gear, right? He has assistance, all right? So he has enhancements that I'm not willing to do, right? And I'm not judging, I'm just saying, right? So I told him, like, I gave him some advice. I was like, bro, start over. Don't rush it. I got it. And he rushed it. And he tore his pec. He messed up his tricep. I think he messed up his rotator cuff and something else. 3 or 4 different injuries in a short amount of time, and probably like a month or 2 in between injuries, all right? Because he didn't start over. He didn't play it the smart role. As a beginner, you need to be focusing on form. As somebody who's bringing it back, you need to be focused on getting your form, breathing, bracing back. You got to focus. What I'm doing is I'm focusing on getting back into my groove. And don't worry. A lot of people are worried that it's going to take, okay, let's say it took you 10 years to get your squat. It's not going to take 10 years to get it back. It's probably not even going to take a year. And if it does, that's cool. At least you did it and you stayed healthy. All right? Working out, lifting weights is not about breaking your bones and tendons and tearing your muscles. All right, yeah, slight muscle tears, they're repairing and recovering. I know that. Somebody's going to say that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about ego lifting on curls until your bicep tears off the tendon. That's what I'm talking about. I know a dude that literally did that, and it tore completely off the tendon to where it can never be reattached. So he has to walk around the rest of his life. And I know somebody's going to say, a bicep tear can heal. No, he didn't just tear it. It ripped off of the tendon. All right? Safety is very important, all right? You cannot make gains on a hospital bed. You get one body. There's no reset button. This ain't a PlayStation Nintendo game.